Okay, so I'm live right now. We're trying this again. I'm testing out to see if I'm lagging because I was lagging earlier. Ooh, I was lagging a lot. Do you see it?
No, you're not lagging anymore. You're not in slow mo.
I'm not? Thank God. Okay, Yachty. Thanks. We're gonna get this rolling then. Okay, but it's not recording in 1080p. That curl. Okay. It's not recording in 1080p. That's the catch. It's okay. I'd rather not record in 1080p and but have no lag versus then have lag but a higher quality. Well, it's 50 minutes into the new year. I cannot believe it. It's 12:50 a.m. I really thought that I was going to just be smooth sailing with no technical difficulties, none of that, but I guess technology proved me wrong. I was definitely humbled, but I don't know what I would do without my younger brother who really helped me. So I see that the stream isn't lagging and I'm super excited despite all of the technical difficulties. So I'm not going to even do the countdown because I feel like that's kind of cheesy, like going from 10 to 1, because it's no need. I mean, but then again, I brought my pom-poms. I was all prepared to count down and go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year! We'll just do a mini Happy New Year. I mean, I guess we still need to celebrate, right? I mean, all this decoration, we can't have all this decoration for nothing. So it's still very exciting. It's absolutely amazing. So I guess I'm going to turn the energy levels up a little bit. And I'm already prepared. But we can cheers. This is pink lemonade. Cheers to you. Happy New Year. May God continue to bless you abundantly, sevenfold. May your cup runneth over. Yeah, that's pretty good. I had some mango lemonade earlier, or like mango pineapple lemonade earlier. And I have like 2 cameras going in front of me. So we're 4 minutes in. This new year, this 2025, I want you to make this year your best year yet. I want you to live each day like it's your last, responsively and positively. Don't be risky, like I said, responsively and positively. But 2025 definitely is our year for success, elevation, growth, prosperity, positivity, blessings, abundance, all of that and above, you name it. We have to really stay focused, accomplish all of our goals, surround ourselves with positive people, people who mean us well, people who want to see us grow and elevate. If there are people in your inner circle who you're sensing like a jealous vibe, they've got to go. You've got to get rid of them. If they're not happy to see you elevate and to see you grow, you have to get rid of them. If you if you tell a person your goals, your aspirations, your dreams, and what you're working on, and they shoot you down and they say something negative, you've got to detach from these people. And God doesn't want those people in your life. And let me tell you, 2025 moving forward, you can't have any negativity in your life. You can't have any toxic people in your life. You don't want toxic people. You don't want narcissistic people. Or narcissistic people. None of that. No envious people, no toxic people, no jealous people, no negative people. None of it. All uplifting, all positive. And I would hope that you surround yourself with people who have a divine moral compass. There's absolutely nothing wrong with having values and principles that you uphold and that you live by each and every single day. You can read the news and you can see some people who were high and mighty, and right now it may appear like they're definitely so far from high and mighty. They were once high and mighty, and now they are they're just off that pedestal. And perhaps if they would have, we don't know, but perhaps maybe if they would have had more of a moral compass, doing what you know is right when no one's watching, they wouldn't be in that predicament or situation. Just maybe. But there's absolutely no penalty for having a moral compass in your personal life, in your professional life, in your career, whatever it is that you're doing. You know, really be a beacon of love and light and walk the straight and narrow path. And you have to be grounded. You have to know that when you are grounded and when you live by certain morals and certain principles, not only is God watching, but people around you, they notice that and they see that, and then they start to emulate it. We're not living for other people necessarily, but if we want to make the world a better place, then we should live by example. And living by example definitely starts with living and honoring and maintaining a moral compass. Hi Justin, Happy New Year. Thank you so much for joining me on this second stream of the night. I'm glad that you made it over here. It's lovely to see you. I know that to see you virtually. I know that last year you were mentioning something about software engineering and that you're picking up drawing, and I don't know if you're continuing to do that, but I hope that you have a wonderful, happy new year and that you continue to be blessed sevenfold, you and your family. I just pray for you and for my other supporters. And it's really nice to be here despite all of the technical difficulties. Justin says, as always, Happy New Year to you, Destiny. Positive, beautiful, stunning, caring. My screen is kind of chopped off. Oh yeah, caring being, wishing you many blessings in 2025, Queen. Thank you so much. I appreciate each and every single one of you. You mean the world to me. Before I jump into like some more motivation, positivity, and inspiration, let me just mention that you see our numbers back there, 2025. The 5 has fizzled away. The 5 is done, out of commission. So I was blow drying my hair and the 5 popped. while I was blow drying my hair, and I was like, oh no. But then again, I was celebrating because the 5 is kind of like in an obscure place. Now, if it was the 0 that would have popped, I would have been like, what are we going to do? I don't know. But the 5 popped. Before the 5 popped, that first 2 popped. We had to replace, no, not that 2 popped, but the other 2 popped. We had to replace it. I had a spare 2. But, wow, I'm glad that it all came together. I really am glad that it all came together. So I was talking about, surrounding yourself with positive people, having a moral compass. Um, another thing, another thing you need to definitely make sure that you do this year and beyond is to tell yourself positive affirmations, even if you have to write down those positive affirmations in a book or in a journal or in a notepad or something like that. Some people like to put their positive affirmations on the wall. Oh, that's just my camera. It's saying that it's my other camera. It's saying that the battery is low. Some people like to put their aspirations or affirmations on a wall. I think that that's fun. Whatever works for you. But just having those positive influences and positive impressions that you can see and that you can read and that you can recite, so that you are reminded of what you need to know each and every single day. Telling yourself, I am beautiful, I am worthy, I am smart, I deserve greatness, I deserve success, I deserve elevation. Despite tech. Justin says despite tech. What does that mean? I think the comment left. I don't know. Okay. Yeah, but telling yourself positive affirmations. One word that I really want to anchor this year and right now is prosperity. Last year we talked about excellence, execution, and elevation. I feel like those 3 are pinnacle each and every single year. Like, you have to embody all of that each and every single year. You have to focus on elevation, focus on executing your goals, and then focus on excellence and being excellent. Despite tech issues, we made it. Yes, exactly. Yes, that's what you meant by that. That's right, Justin. We had some lag going on. It was something going on with my encoder. I had to change all these settings. My aspect ratio with my webcam wasn't working. It was just one thing after another. It really was bizarre, and I'm so glad that the video is not lagging and that you all can hear me well. But one word I want to definitely focus on is prosperity. I'm not going to share my screen, but before I get into talking about that, I just want to read you all the definition of it according to Oxford Languages. The state of being prosperous, synonyms: wealth, success, affluence, riches, opulence. The condition of being successful or thriving. Yeah. That really relates to elevation. But when you're talking about being successful, you really have to say, okay, you have to carve out your life and you have to envision what it is that you want for yourself. Already knowing that you deserve the best and you deserve to live your best life now. Not tomorrow, not a week from now, not a month from now, not a year from now, but you deserve to live your best life now. So you have to carve out your path to success. You have to carve out your path to enlightenment, and you have to carve out your path to supreme elevation and prosperity. And really see, what does that look like for you? Ask yourself, what do I need to change in my life to ensure that I am living my best life now? You really have to ask yourself that. What are the things in my life that I can add to my life that will ensure that I'm thriving and living my best life now? What are the things that I need to take away from my life or the people that I need to remove or take away from my life to ensure that I'm living the best life now, my best life now. Because it's a balancing act. Some things may stay, some things may go. Thank you so much, Justin. Thank you so much, Justin. That blesses my heart. So heartwarming. I love it. Yeah, what needs to stay and what needs to go? Because you can't hold on to what you don't need to hold on to. You have to like be kind of have a minimalist mind and hone and cleave to what you really, really need and to the people that you need. God will also bring people in your life that are meant to be, right? So really focus on what do I need and what do I need to delete, or what do I need to get rid of? What do I need to alienate myself from? If you have any vices and you're working on not succumbing to those vices anymore, now is the time to say, okay, I have these vices. You might want to write them down. Like be honest, like with yourself. Write them down and say, you know what? 2025, January, I'm reversing these vices. Like these vices are no more. Done. Done with it. Now, I'm not going to get into specifics because some things you, depending on the vice, some things you may need to take like a, a compassionate weaning approach from rather than a cold turkey approach from. I totally get it. I totally get it. Yeah, I value compassion. So I understand that some things may not be able to be cold turkey depending on the vice. But when you are aiming for the most, like the best type of prosperity that you can dream of, that you can envision, that you can crystallize, that you can taste, that you can witness, that you can see, that you can hear, you have to get those vices out. Justin says, I need to turn off my phone before going to bed. I'm going to invest in an actual alarm clock. I hate alarm clocks. They're just so loud and obnoxious, and I hate when my sleep is interrupted. So I just put my phone on, like I have my alarm clock on my phone, and I set the ringer to low. But alarm clocks are obnoxious, and I hate being abruptly like frazzled. I don't like waking up abruptly. But you have to do what works for you. So when you think about prosperity, you also have to think about how you're going to celebrate life. What are you going to do to treat yourself when you accomplish your goals? Because there's going to be trial and tribulation. Things are it's going to be like ebb and flow. Some things are going to happen the way that you planned. Some things are going to happen totally different from how you planned them. But when you prevail through tribulation and when you triumph, you have to put some time in there for how you're going to celebrate, how you're going to positively turn up. I love a positive turn up. Like, when I turn up, I turn up. And I don't need like crazy stuff to help me turn up. It's like really pure and authentic and genuine. It's a really pure turn up, right? No drugs, no none of that. Not that type of turn up. A really genuine, pure, wholesome turn up. But think about, when you are prospering and when you're succeeding, how are you going to treat yourself? Are you going to go to a nice fancy restaurant? Are you going to go to another country, go to another state? Are you maybe just going to catch up on some rest, get some sleep? I don't know. It all depends. A combination of the three, a combination of all of them. You really have to decide, put some time in your schedule for how you want to turn up and how you want to celebrate. I want you to celebrate more this year in 2025 than you did in your lifetime. So whatever you did in 2024 and 2023, 2022, and previous 2025, I need you to celebrate to the max. Justin says, it's amazing how one mind shift after a gym session. I would love to travel this world. That is so true. Yeah, traveling is so much fun. I did some traveling towards the end of the year and I had such a blast. And I mean, make sure that when you're on your path to supreme prosperity, and purposeful prosperity, you take pictures of the moments. You take pictures and video of these happy moments and memories so that you can anchor them in your mind and so that you can, see your progression. Because you have prosperity, you have purpose, you have progression, you have plight, we have all of these principles that start with the letter P. So Happy New Year. Oh wow, I don't know how to pronounce your username, but it looks really unique. You come through every year for several years. Yeah, I do, despite the technical difficulties, like Justin said. Because I'm going to tell you something. I really, really love recording these New Year's live streams. Like, I love getting glammed up, dolled up, dressed up. I love putting our decorations up. I love recording these live streams. And you would think that by now, I wouldn't be having technical difficulties with these videos, but every year it's something wonky with the video. I have no idea why, but there was a will, there was a way, and I'm here. So despite the technical difficulties, the stream isn't lagging and I'm here. So when you think about prosperity, you also have to think about peace. What is it in your life that brings you peace? Because when you're working towards your goals and when you're striving and aiming and succeeding, and on this path to like just be really great, you have to see, okay, what gives me some calm? What gives me some peace? What really humbles me? What really grounds me? What really nurtures me? You have to ask yourself those questions, answer those questions, and then find the answers to those questions. What nurtures you? What nurtures you? What grounds you? What humbles you? What comforts you? Right? You have to know that about yourself, like really becoming self-aware. You really can build your self-esteem when you become self-aware, when you know what works for you, when you know what doesn't work for you, and when you know what to do and what not to do, how to do it, how not to do it. And you have to want the best for yourself. You have to just know without a shadow of a doubt that you deserve the best. You have to want the best. You have to feel it. You have to like want it so bad. Not that you're willing to do anything for it or to like break the law or something, but you have to like want it so bad that you make time for what's priority to you. So that's another word that starts with a P that we have to anchor: priority. What is priority? Some things in 2025 are going to be other people's priority. Pardon me. Some things in 2025, other people are going to, can you help me with this? Can you help me with that? Can you do this for me? Can you do that for me? No, not today. No, I cannot. Not at this time. No, I cannot. I'm building me. I'm living for me. I'm thriving for me. You have to own your time. Time is a valuable resource, and it's a depleting resource. So you have to say no to some people and to some things. You cannot try to squeeze and make time for everybody's wants and needs. That's not going to happen. That's not going to work. Because you have to put yourself and your goals first. And if you really want to prosper, you have to, priority, like, has to be definitely on the list of things that you're focusing on. Certain people are not a priority either. Negative, toxic, narcissist, jealous, envious, hateful, spiteful, devious. Those type of people, they have got to go. They can't be priority. You can't talk to them, on Monday and Wednesday, and then they try to block them the rest of the week. No. Get them out of your life, period. Replace them with someone else who's worthy to be in that spot. If toxic people are in your life, you're not going to prosper the way that you need to prosper. Point blank, period. And you have to know that. You have to understand it. It's not that hard to get rid of people. I mean, you sometimes have to be honest. You have to just say, if you need to address it, sometimes you don't have to tell the person that you need time to yourself, but sometimes you do it. I'm working on myself right now. I'm really busy, and I'm not mad at you. I have nothing toward. I have nothing. There's no ill will towards you. I have nothing. I'm not. No, nothing against you or anything like that. But I'm working on myself. I'm building me. I'm building an empire. I'm building wealth for my future generations. I'm building wealth for myself. Certain things I'm just not going to be able to do this month, today, this year, this week. I'll get back to you on that. I'll see if I can get back to you on that. Thanks for asking me, but now is not the time. Like, have certain, phrases that you can rely on and that you can use. Like, flip through the files in your mind of the phrases that you can use and use them. Right? Yeah, even if it's family, absolutely. There are a lot of people who are related by blood. And they are so jealous, envious, toxic, mean, miserable. It's ridiculous. The blood and the DNA is there. But you would sometimes do better off building connections and relationships and strong ties and strong bonds with people that are totally unrelated to you. And the ties and the connection can be just as strong, if not stronger. Because it starts with being around people that have shared common goals, shared common outlooks, shared common perspectives, and shared common desires. And also a willingness to know that, you're a person, you have a heart, you have feelings, you have emotions. I'm going to value those feelings and emotions. I'm not going to trample and walk all over your heart, all over your feelings and your emotions. I value you as a person. If you sense that a person doesn't value you as a person, they've got to go. If you sense that a person is like stomping on your heart and stomping on your feelings, they've got to go too. You've got to clear them out. They have to leave. They're not worthy to be in your presence. Some people say, well, that's my sister, that's my cousin, that's my uncle, that's my auntie. You just have to realize you really don't need anybody else but yourself and God, to be honest. Think about that too. If you get lonely or you feel alone or you feel like, man, my family's messing up or nobody is here to help me, or when I ask people to do this for me, they're not here for me the way that I need them to, or people are getting on my nerves, or they're not understanding my feelings, or they're taking me for granted. You don't need them. All you need to focus on is yourself and God, for real. Build your connection with God and strengthen your connection with Him. That's what matters. His opinion of us is what matters, not our family's opinion of us, not our colleagues' opinion, not our peers' opinion, right? Their opinion is totally irrelevant. We have to focus on what God thinks of us. We can read His Word to be reminded of what we need to do and how we need to stay on track. But at the very basic, bare minimum, we know what we need to do. Like, most people know what's good and what's not, unless something is really going on with them. But most people know good from wrong, right from wrong, whatever. Good from bad, right from wrong. Focus on, will God be satisfied with my actions? Because that's what you should be focused on, pleasing. That way you can ensure that you are living the most prosperous heaven on earth life ever. You don't have to wait until heaven to live, to experience heaven. You can live heaven on earth. And when you prioritize your prosperity, that is bringing you one step closer towards living heaven on earth. You have to prioritize your prosperity. You have to say, I am thriving to be the best that I can be. You can't settle either. Don't be desperate and don't settle. Surround yourself in lux. Surround yourself in the best. You know? Everything around you should just evoke a high standard of living and a high quality of life. I'm looking at my phone. Everything around you should evoke opulence. And if it doesn't evoke opulence, work on that so that things around you start to evoke opulence and start to radiate opulence and success. Like, you should want your whole environment to just look like this is a successful person. Even down to your home. You know, if there's some things in your house that you want to get rid of them. If there's some things that you want to, change and bring in and redecorate, do that. If there's some things that you want to, like touch up this, touch up that, do that. So that even your home or even your office space embodies excellence and opulence. Because in order to prioritize prosperity, your environment has to mirror prosperity. Your environment has to look pristine. Do your best to uphold and upkeep that environment. And if you need to hire help to help you make that environment look better. 360. Omni. Everything has to be in order. Holistically and comprehensively. Even your speech. What you tell yourself, like, you have to carry yourself like, I mean, I don't want to say like have a chip on your shoulder, or I think that's what they say. But then again, I'm realizing that depending on the situation, it's totally okay to be unrelatable. Like, some people want to be super relatable and get along with everybody. I'm starting to realize that you don't have to be like that. If people see you as stuck up or high sedity or bougie, let it be that. Let it be that. Bask in that. Because everything is not for everybody. Everybody is not going to live this lifestyle, an opulent, pristine lifestyle that values prosperity and excellence and a moral compass and elevation and thriving and positivity. This lifestyle is really not for everybody. And some people have a lot of things to say. Who do you think you are? I remember when you were a blank. I remember when you used to do this. What makes you think you can do this? You think you're all that? I don't think I'm all that. I know I am. Literally walk into that and have no success inferiority. Make no apologies for your greatness. That's the type of time and that's the type of energy we're on. If you agree, let me know. I shouldn't be the only one talking. And if it's time for a round of applause, then I want to hear your claps. Like for real. For real. Yeah. You don't have to relate to everybody. If being excellent and focusing on what you need to do to thrive and be prosperous rubs people the wrong way, then by all means rub them the wrong way. Who cares? Because like I said, we are focusing on pleasing our Heavenly Father, and we are not focusing on what these other people think. Family, friends, colleagues, whoever they are. I don't know whoever they are. Just, it doesn't matter. Understand also you're going to get a lot of haters. If you really embody this mindset that I'm talking about in 2025, people are going to notice that you're different. They're going to notice that you're prioritizing your time differently, that you're looking different, that you're walking different, that you're speaking different. And they probably will start to develop some jealousy and hate. You just have to smile and move on. And say, God bless you real good. And don't even focus on it. But you probably will get some hate because this is a very heavyweight mindset. And when you start to focus on your prosperity and your growth and your elevation, people also get jealous because they want you to be distracted with what is a priority to them. So they want you doing what they want you to do. You know, you may be focusing on building, growing a new business, but they may want you to help them with admin stuff, or they may want you to gossip about other people. Like they may want you to like gossip with them about other people. You know, it's all sorts of things. But understand that what you see for yourself may not be what other people see for you. But again, we're not really focused on it because we're focused on what we know is best for ourselves, and we're focused on what our Heavenly Father thinks. You also have to pray. I'm anchoring a lot of words to start with the letter P tonight or this morning because it's 1:27 a.m. So, make sure that you pray and that you let your petitions be known unto God and that you pray fervently. And that's the one thing I really love about talking to our Heavenly Father is that, thank you, Mommy. That's the one thing that I love about talking to our Heavenly Father, that when you talk to Him, whatever you tell Him is going to stay right there. And it's not going to run all over the place. It's not going to leak like water. It's not going to spill, like sewage. So, when you tell other people your secrets or when you confide in them about things, they go and they tell it to this person and that person and this person and that person and this person and that person. And what you thought was once sacred between you and them, it's just all over the place. That's why if you have something that you want to confide in, Tell it to the Lord. Send it up his way, because he's going to keep it there, and he's not going to spread it all over the place. And another thing that I want you to focus on is, and this is something that I want you to really remember. You have to forgive yourself for your past wrongs. You really do. If you think back to something that you did that you're not too proud of, or that you're not too happy about, you have to say, okay, I'm a human. I make mistakes. I've made mistakes. I am far from perfect, but I am always learning. I am always growing, and I want to be a better person. And I will not repeat X, Y, and Z. I will not repeat the mistakes that I made in the past. And I forgive myself for the mistakes that I made in the past. I forgive myself for the wrongdoings that I have done in the past. Forgive yourself. Extend yourself some grace. That's really important. Kind of clear your conscience. Pray to God. Some people say repent. You can do that. I'm not going to get into that. But talk to God and tell him, what you did wrong and why you're not going to do it again, and, what you've learned from the situation. And those are things that, you really can confide in God about, because sometimes when you confide in other people, they just may not be ready to hear that message, or to hear what you want to say to them, and they may not have the right words. One thing, when you confide in God, he will, days and weeks later, maybe sometimes even months later, he will guide you with what you need to tell yourself mentally, so that you can cope appropriately. Yeah. Justin, you definitely are not alone with that. A lot of us can relate to that. Yeah. But that's why we always have to focus on being a better us. Some people say that, every day is another opportunity to be a better person. But we can take that a step further and say that, every minute or every second is another opportunity to be a better person. You could have done something 5 minutes ago that you regret in the now. But the next minute, you can be a totally better person and not do what you did 5 minutes ago. Then in the next second, you can be cognizant. You can say, you know what, that wasn't a good action, or that wasn't a good behavior, or that wasn't a good response. Let me not do that again. Or if that happens again, if I'm in this situation again, this is what I'm going to do. Like, really having that foresight and that balance, you know what I'm saying? And it's important, that we don't seep into ruminating too much on our past mistakes, because it can cause anxiety, it can cause depression, it can cause, residual rumination. And we don't want that, because those can be roadblocks towards positive thoughts, proceeding on our proceeding, like with our goals and, with our actions. We don't want any roadblocks to our success. We really don't. We don't want there to be any roadblocks to our success. We just have to extend grace to ourselves and forgive ourselves for past wrongdoings, and, keep them with God, confide in him, and move on. Right? And then celebrate. I'm going to say it again. You have to definitely celebrate. What's the opposite of mistakes? I'm trying to think. Like, I don't know. Like good behaviors. You can celebrate your successes, but you can also celebrate, like I'm gonna give you a prime example. If you had an altercation with someone and you handled it well, yeah, thank you, Justin. Progression, thank you. If you had an altercation with someone and your response was mature and successes, thank you. Nor, okay, thank you. If you had an altercation with someone and your response was mature and eloquent, you should celebrate that. Achievements, thank you, Noir. Yeah, like, so celebrate your progressions, your successes, your achievements, your good responses to certain situations. That way you're filling your mind with like the antidote to like depression and ruminating on past wrongdoings. So, like all of those things that you can celebrate, your progressions, your successes, your achievements, your responses to certain situations, right? Because that's how you learn, that's how you grow, that's a part of prospering, right? You can prosper emotionally too. Like, that's really huge. If you find yourself getting like frazzled when people say certain things, or like ruminating on what they say, or sometimes being like, you know what, I should have said this, or I should have said that, or the next time this happens, I'm going to say that. You can do that, but build, yourself up to be emotionally strong. And that really matters. Like, build yourself up emotionally, because you can thrive and excel with building up emotional strength. People think that success and progression only has to deal with achieving like tangible things. No. If you are emotionally strong, and if you are emotionally stronger now than you were 2 days ago, 1 day ago, 1 week ago, 1 month ago, that's awesome. If you are emotionally stronger 3 months from now in comparison to, the past, that's a blessing as well. Success and progression is not just exclusive, pardon me, to like tangible goals and things of outreach and things like that. I was looking over here. I'm eyeballing my pink lemonade that looks a little orange on camera. Doesn't it? It looks a little orange or something. I don't know. If there's someone in your life and you're like, that's right, Noir, that's what we have to do. Pat yourself on the back one day at a time. Sparkling, I presume? No. That would be great if it was sparkling cider or something like that. I did have some cider last week, but that's just regular old pink lemonade. But yeah, we have to pat ourselves on the back one day at a time. We have to enjoy the simple things in life, whether it's pink lemonade or sparkling cider. Yeah, things like that. And something else you have to do is, I'm going to tap back into like finding your peace. Like, one thing I really like to do is making my home a sanctuary. Like investing in beautiful bedding, comfortable bedding, investing in comfortable loungewear and comfortable with pajamas, so that, when I indulge in my peace and in my comfortability, it's A1 and it's top tier. So, really find what brings you your peace and your happiness and your sanity. A lot of people think that the best revenge is money. And money is great. Like, We can do a lot with money. We need money. But what's the point of having all this money, but you don't have your sanity? So when I say focus on your peace, I really mean that. Because, like, what is a man without his mind? I'm focusing on, like, sanity here. What are you without your mind? You could have a gazillion dollars, but if you don't have your sanity, if you don't have your mind, what good is that? What can you do now? People can walk all over you, take advantage of you, blindside you, mistreat you. I don't think the best revenge is money. I think the best revenge, well, one of the best, like right now, personally, I think it's sanity and a sound mind. Who wants money without a sound mind? I know I don't. I wouldn't want that at all. Yeah, like Justin says, money is a tool. Yes, and it can be. But who wants money without a sound mind? That's just ridiculous. We should strive to make sure each day we are like emotionally, mentally sane. Emotionally and mentally whole. One thing about God, He's going to bless us when we do the right thing, when we really like anchor, like when we bolster down and like start building and really focus on our goals. He's going to bring all of that, like the money and whatever, and more of it. You may have $900 billion, but God can bring more. You may have 90,000, you may have 30,000, you may have 20,000, you may have 10,000, you may have 5,000, you may have 100,000, 500,000. God can bring more. He can do all things. You may have $900 trillion. God can bring more than that too. And that's so exciting. Like when you think about that, that's so rewarding when you think about that. That God can bring more. Just when you thought that something couldn't be multiplied or increased, it is. Or it can be. Right? So, I'm curious. To those of you who are on here, what are some things that you do to find your peace? Like comfort, like I already told you, I like to invest in really quality bedding, really soft bedding, really plush, comfortable bedding. I like to feel like I'm sleeping on a cloud. I like to invest in good loungewear and pajamas, like really soft and comfortable loungewear. And I like to wear colors that make me happy. What is something that you do to really like waddle in your peace? What's something that really makes you comfortable? Who's going to be first to share that with us? We can learn from each other. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. I see the chat got kind of stagnant. And I don't know why. Because I want to know, what is it that you do to find your peace and to waddle in your peace? What is it that you do? Don't be ashamed to share with us what it is that you do. This is a safe space. No judgment. Absolutely no judgment. Negativity can be blocked. So don't worry about that. But what is it that you do to find your peace and waddle in your peace? Let's see what Nora says. Cleaning, creating, art. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, that's true. Sometimes cleaning can be very calming. That's so true. But then sometimes I push the cleaning off because I'm just not in the mood for it. Like 2024, I had to like be in the mood to clean in order to clean. And like sometimes my room would be a mess because I just was not in the mood to clean. But when I did clean, I put on my music, I vibed, and I got it done. Creating arts, yes. Justin says give him a few minutes. Okay. You are entitled to that. But yeah, really think about that. What you do to find your peace. Because you have to, whatever you're doing now, I feel like you need to do more of it. Because if you really are focusing on your prosperity in 2025, you have to just do things that are like going to reset you and like regroup you. Like to reset your mind, reset your energy, all of that. I know I also like to, I like to think about my meals for the week. I know that this year I'm going to, or I want to incorporate more raw fruits and vegetables into my eating regimen. I think the juicer that we ordered is arriving on Thursday. I know in August I did a 15-day green smoothie cleanse, and I felt like I really found my peace. I had like more energy. My skin was radiant. It was just amazing. I felt happier. So for 2025, I think I want to make, like juicing raw fruits and vegetables more of a priority. That's going to like help me find my peace as well. Justin says, leaving my house and stepping outside. Yep. Sometimes you just got to get out there. That's right. I do that too. Sometimes I like to run my errands and go to different stores that I like. And not necessarily shop. Just browse. Right? Or just walk around. Noir says reading or listening to the word and pursuing my goals. Yeah, reading is always awesome. Yeah. Reading is definitely always awesome. It's good to learn, good to grow. Justin says this year I actually went out more and I'm proud of that. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Went out more. Yeah, that's good. Noir says serving others brings peace too. It really does. It really, really does. That is so true. That is so true. That is so true. Hitting the weights. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's so true too. This year I did hit some weights. I did quite a bit of strength training this summer. Well, not this summer, it's 2025. 2024, I did some strength training. I really like at-home workouts. I do like the gym, but I'm like, okay, it's no excuse to work out from the comfort of my home if I can. So, I really do like at-home workouts. So, for a long time in 2024, I was doing like 1 hour strength training, full body workout 3 to 4 times a week or 2 to 4 times a week. And it was magnificent. But I didn't really keep it up, but I'm glad that I accomplished it, that I actually did it, right? I can say that I did it. I didn't do it for the whole year, but I did do it. And I had the weights. It was a full body workout, 1 hour. Awesome. And I loved it. But yeah, exercising definitely can bring the peace because exercising helps to stabilize the mind. Yeah, which is really, really nice. So that's awesome. I absolutely loved hearing what it is that you all do to keep the peace, to, like just waddle in your peace. So let me ask you this. For some reason, I get anxiety going to the gym, but it is, yeah, you don't have to go to the gym if you don't want to. You can work out from home. That's what I like to do, you know. I like to do stretching too. Yeah, all at home. Yeah, if it's causing you anxiety, then don't force yourself to do it. For what? So I'm also interested to know, when you really start to anchor this, right? When you start to anchor this mindset of really putting your prosperity first and working towards your goals, striving, progressing, like not settling, not slacking, what are you going to say to the people that have a problem with your new way of life? If somebody it's like recognizing, like, you think you're all that now, like, what changed? Like, why are you this new person? What is your response to somebody who would say something like, you think you're all that now? What would you say to them? And share it in the comments so that we can all learn from each other. Because when it happens in 2025, you're going to be like, oh my goodness, Destiny and I spoke about this. And now this person is hating on me. This person is really trying to give me a hard time. What are you going to say to the naysayers? Nora says, kick rocks. With open-toe shoes, please. Yeah. Kick rocks. That's right. What else would you say? Like, if they're like, you think you're all that now? Oh, what? So you don't have time for me? You don't have time for little old me anymore? What is your response to that? Oh, so you think you're all that? Oh, I see you're on your high horse now. You don't have time for little old me. What makes you think that you're better than me? No. Yeah. What makes you think that you're better than me? Justin says, honestly, most of my friends are around the globe. I guess the biggest obstacle is family. Yeah, I would say it's benefit. It benefits all of us what I'm working on. Okay, well, that's good. So, but what are you going to say when these naysayers say, Justin, you focusing on building this and building that, but you're not making time for me. You think you're all that now. You think you're $2,000 now. What are you going to say if a naysayer approaches you? You're going to say, like Noir said, kick rocks? I bought my sons a shirt that says, watch me be great. I like that. Yeah, watch. Watch me be great. That's nice. Did you bought your son that for Christmas? If you celebrate Christmas, I'm presuming that you do. But I could be totally wrong. And if I am, I stand corrected. And I have nothing wrong with, I have absolutely nothing, no qualms about standing corrected. Yeah. I hope that you make time to eat some good food in 2025 too. I know for a lot of people, food can bring a lot of joy and loving memories with their family and friends, and just communing. Kick rocks for those on my journey. Welcome. If not, kick rocks. It was just a because purchase. Oh, it was a just because purchase for your son. Okay, it wasn't a Christmas gift. Oh, okay, I see. Yeah, that's something like, if you see a shirt that says, watch me be great, that's something like you just got to get just because. Like, that's very fitting. That is a very fitting just because purchase, like for real. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah. So that's all y'all gonna say is kick rocks to the naysayers? You just gonna tell them to kick rocks? Or are you going to maybe just do the silent treatment? I do that a lot. Like sometimes when people say sly comments out of their mouth, I do the silent treatment. Because some people aren't even worth my energy or my voice, I feel. And then sometimes, like, I get some gratification knowing that the other person is, like, really steaming and boiling and mad, and that I'm not letting their energy cleave to me, and I'm not, like, reciprocating that anger or that jealousy or that toxicity. So I'll just, like, be silent and not say anything. Sometimes, like, you know, a person says a sly comment out of their mouth to me. Oh, one of my lights went out. Shucks. Do I have another one under there? I don't know. A person says a sly comment to me, you know, yeah, I'll just be quiet. I'll be silent. Not silent and passive, but silent and confident. It's like, I have nothing to prove to you. I have absolutely nothing to prove to you. And I don't even feel like responding to you because you're not even worthy of my precious voice. The way I see it, it's exhausting to explain to people who are not willing to understand. At some point, it's time to cut off and, and move forward. That's right, Justin. Yep. Cut off and move forward. Yep. When you see where a person stands and when you see the thoughts that are in their mind, and you see that their thoughts are just going on the wrong track, that's right. It's like, yep, you're going to get cut. You are going to get cut. Bye-bye. Kick rocks. Silence for you. Silence for you, Mom. Yeah. So we talked about quite a bit. I cannot believe it's been an hour and 7 minutes. I could keep talking on and on and on. I feel like we have to do this more often. 2025, I feel like we need to do this more often. And maybe that can straighten out some of the tech glitches. We need to go, yeah, I need to go live more often. We have a really great time. So, you know, I will say follow me on all of my social networks. On Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. I don't know if TikTok is still going to be here in 2025. We don't know. We have to see how that goes. Subscribe to me on YouTube if you're not subscribed already. Follow all of my social networks so that you can be updated and informed. It's very important that you have positive content, and you see that positive content on a daily and on a regular. It was a delight speaking with you all and communing with you all. I'm really happy. I love the fact that you all were so responsive and that you all were definitely in tune to the message, and I can tell that you all were definitely taking heed to it and listening and responding, and I think that is absolutely amazing. I pray that 2025 is such an awesome year for you. I pray that your cup runneth over, that God blesses you. I'm excited to hear some of the things that you've accomplished. I know we're gonna see each other again for 2025, but hopefully we will commune and talk and see each other, not see each other, but talk to each other like live again in 2025. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yes, yes, sending those hearts your way. Peace and blessings and prosperity to you all. Have a wonderful morning. Because it's 1:58. It's almost 2 a.m. You guys could have been, you guys and girls could have been anywhere, but you all were here with me. Peace, blessings, and prosperity to all of you. Many, many hearts. Have a wonderful, happy new year. And I'm so proud of you, and God is too.